Hello, I am J. Edward Goldman, psychotherapist and creator of Power Therapy LA. You may find yourself wondering just exactly what is power therapy, how does it work, and how can it help you in your life. Power therapy is my integrative, revolutionary new approach to psychotherapy and life change for the 21st century. I believe that we need a new theory that addresses the unique needs of our modern age. I have developed power therapy over the course of the past decade through my education, experience in interdisciplinary studies of psychology, Eastern and Western philosophy, cultural anthropology, and history. Power therapy is an integration of the major approaches to psychotherapy that you may have heard of before, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, solution-focused therapy, existential therapy, narrative therapy, and psychodynamic therapies. Whether you are depressed, anxious, experiencing a major life transition, struggling with addiction, depression, eating disorders, sexual problems, or whether you're just generally stuck, lost, or feeling trapped in your life, in your career, or in your relationships or marriage, power therapy can help you. Power therapy works through a 5-step process that I call the ABCDEs of power therapy. Let me explain exactly how that works. Power therapy begins with A, which stands for analyze and assess. Most therapies are associated with this word analysis, but power therapy begins with a very different sort of analysis. I believe that all individuals are born into a state of powerlessness, which either increases with their life experiences or which decreases with empowering life experiences. I help you to understand what those experiences were throughout your life. We also look at the disempowering systems in which you are embedded or inevitably part of. This includes family systems, social systems, cultural systems, political and economic systems, gender systems, and so on and so forth. A lot of these systems limit us in ways that we're not aware, so I help you to become aware of that. Once we are finished with step 1, we move on to step 2, which is B. It stands for beliefs and behaviors. There are many disempowering beliefs that people unconsciously hold, as well as disempowering behaviors that they engage in without realizing it. I help you to clearly identify those beliefs and those behaviors in your life. So the first step to changing them is recognizing and accepting that they're there. Once we have a clear understanding of these disempowering beliefs and behaviors and how they're fueling further disempowerment in your life, we can move on to step 3, or C. That stands for consequences and pros and cons. In this step, we do a cost-benefit analysis of maintaining these beliefs and behaviors versus letting them go or changing them. This step allows you, the client, to decide for yourself whether you really want to proceed with various life changes. If you decide that you would like to move forward, we go on to step 4, or D. This stands for dispute and differentiate. The process of disputation of your disempowering beliefs can be a lengthy process because some of these beliefs are very deeply held, but it depends on the individual. I help you to practice new ways of thinking that are more freeing, more empowering, and that create more opportunities in your life. We also look at your own personal hierarchy of power, as I call it. We look at the lower levels of power in your life and the higher levels of power that you would like to move towards. Your hierarchy of power will depend upon your goals and needs as a client, as well as your individual background and many variables. Once we have adequately disputed and practiced these new empowering ways of thinking and clearly identified your hierarchy of power and what you would like to move towards, we proceed to the 5th and final step of power therapy, which is E, empowerment. This 5th and final stage of power therapy is never fully completed because you, the client, will go on and implement all that you've learned from the previous steps and concrete decisions, choices, actions, and behaviors in your life. As your therapist, I act as your guide and your advocate at every turn of this process. And there will come a point where you feel that you can do it on your own, and that's when we begin the process of termination. The overall goal of power therapy is to therapeutically empower clients to lead happier, freer, more fulfilled, and more powerful lives. It's to help you, the client, achieve the life that you've always wanted and that you truly deserve. I believe that power therapy can help you achieve the life that you've always wanted, and that I can sensitively guide you through this therapeutic process. Thank you for watching.